Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, the internet, and this is Christmas with Sonic characters, good to evil. The gold medal of good is going to Silver the Hedgehog. Silver in these videos is usually the butt of the joke, like getting mauled by a bear while screaming with a little girl's voice. Which is such a shame, since he's probably the purest character in these videos. Despite the abuse he's been dished out a lot, he's always tries to keep a positive outlook on life, trying to help Sonic and the rest of the gang at times, like in Christmas with Silver, or in a very Merry Sonic Christmas. Speaking of Silver, taking the Silver is going to Athena, mother of Sonic, Manic, and Sonia. She's very loving, kind, and caring to them, as well as many of Sonic's friends as well, even Dr. Eggman as well. The only person she does show malice to is Stan, her husband, but considering how much of a jerk he is, it's understandable. She can be a bit embarrassing at times, but what parent wouldn't do so? She even gets extra points for giving her husband a big punch in the face. In third place is Sonic's little brother, Manic. Brother of Sonic and Sonia, Manic is shown to be a happy-go-lucky little boy. He spends most of his time on Christmas watching Rudolph, but he also values his family, including Sonic and even his friends. Though he's not the sharpest tool in the box, he's easily one of the purest characters in these videos. Miles Prower, aka Tails, is next. Best pal of Sonic, he's supportive and always has his friends back. Also compared to Sonic, he's always happy about Christmas and values his friends. Though it can be a bit snarky at times, that's all that's not so good. Outside of that, he's one of the goods. Tails' parents are next. We don't see much of them, but they are very loving parents to their son, Tails, and adopted son, seen in the end credits. His father even calls out Sonic's father for how much of a bad dad he was. Though they don't have that much appearance, they're still pretty great. Sonia is next, sister of Sonic and Manic and daughter of Athena. Though she can be a bit of a diva at times, she still cares about her family. Team Chaotix is next. Members include Vector the Croc, Charmy Bee, and Espio the Chameleon. Vector is the one who likes Athena's pies, Charmy is the cute kid one, and Espio doesn't have that big of a role in the games. Shadow and Blaze are next. Shadow is usually the chef of the Christmas dinners alongside Athena. Blaze is usually accompanied by Shadow, but not much else. Amy Rose is next. She is kind of a stalker for Sonic, but at least she does care about him. And finally, rounding up the good is Sonic the Hedgehog himself. I know it feels bad placing the guy who literally saves the world numerous times, but I'm only ranking his actions here. Sonic is a jerk. He can be distant and cold to his friends and families, minus Tails. However, we learned that it was because of his father's emotional abuse that drove him to dislike Christmas. And as the series goes on, he grows to like Christmas, and at the end of the day, he loves his family and friends. And now we get into the gray area. The villainous Dr. Eggman is next. And yes, in terms of status, Dr. Eggman is a villain. But like I said before, I'm only looking at the Christmases. He does try to help Sonic at times, and even spend time with Christmas with him, proving that just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Dr. Eggman's family is next. They're just as vile as Robotnik, maybe even a bit more so. The reason they're not in the bad area is that they enjoy spending Christmas with Sonic, so they barely squeak by the bad area. And now the only character in the series that is truly bad is Stan the Hedgehog. Oh boy, what a jerk. Not only was he a terrible husband to Athena, but an awful father to Sonic and his siblings. When he reunited with Sonic and his family, he hasn't changed a bit, only using his son as a merchandise boutique. We're glad he's got what's coming to him.